I answer questions from students periodically. So this is a question from a manifesting generator named Zarina, who said, as a man gen, I am supposed to be able to do many things or many projects at the same time. I have done this, but I am tired. I want to be able to focus on one thing and do it well. How do I do this? There is a very good chance, if you are a manifesting generator who is also tired, that it's not so much that you are supposed to do one thing as much as that you are either doing too many things that you don't enjoy, that don't feel juicy and satisfying to you, and or the volume of doing you're doing is too much, which is possible for anyone, even a manifesting generator. So, you know, there can be other factors that play into things. How healthy are you? Have you got unresolved trauma that's causing your system to not operate really well? But if we look at it strictly from a human design perspective, the most likely scenario for Zarina and for any other manifesting generator, if you feel this way, or there's a man gen that you know that feels this way, is that probably some of those things that you're working on are probably not aligned and correct for you. So being able to find within yourself the courage and the safety to be able to say no to things that don't feel juicy or satisfying is going to be really important for you to be able to pull back and restore your sacral to be able to have more energy. Now, when it comes to focusing on the one thing, it's really good advice to focus on one thing for other types. That truly doesn't work that well for manifesting generators. And the healthiest, most vibrant, most alive, most successful manifesting generators I've seen are always doing so many things that it makes my projector head spin. And they're vitally healthy, and yet they do so much that even when I talk to them on the phone, I'm not even living, you know, or I have them as a client, I'm not even trying to keep up with them in their day-to-day life. I'm tired just hearing all the things they do. And yet they feel satisfied, alive, on fire, vibrantly healthy. I'm like, oh man. So that is true for manifesting generators. But we have, and we're just talking specifically in the context of business, because that was what Serena had asked about, but just know that it's true for other areas of life as well, that we have been told focus on one thing until you are successful, right? And it is easy to think that if this person over here that you like look up to or idolize or admire has done one thing and mastered it, and you look at the success they have and you wish you had their success, it's easy to think, well, they did it, I should just copy them. But you are not them. Now, that's all well and good if you are sitting in a space as a man gen, like Zarina is, and says, and you find yourself saying, yeah, but Carolyn, I'm tired and I do just want to focus on one thing. And like I've tried doing a lot of things and I'm tired, it just doesn't work for me. Practice saying no and pull your energy back from any of the projects that you can decommit from that don't feel juicy and satisfying to you. And what's going to happen is you're naturally going to find this wellspring of energy come back online for you. And then you're going to have energy to put into things. And what you're naturally going to find is that you have, when a manifesting generator is healthy and doing work that satisfies him or her or them, then they naturally have so much energy, they can't put it into just one thing because you'll blow it up, right? So I would hazard to say that the average manifesting generator probably has 5 different things that they regularly, like, you know, somewhere between every 24 hours to 2-3 days to 1 week. There's probably 5 different projects on the go. And yes, you might focus on project 1 until you're like, now I'm getting stuck, I can't do anything else on this project. And then you switch all your focus. It's not really multitasking, it's just switching focus from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, right? So the manifesting generator will be like, oh, I can't do anything else on my business. Like, this is just frustrating. I'm just tearing my hair out, right? You're stuck. You can't do anything more. So then you go, great, I'm just going to like go build the garden. I've been meaning to like build out those garden beds. So then the manifesting generator goes outside and works on those garden beds. Then you're like, oh, that was really good. All right, now I want lunch. So then you go in and you make lunch and you're like, oh, I know, I'm just going to like make lunches for the kids for the whole week. And I'm going to like do our meal prep for the whole week. And so you then cook up a storm for an hour and you cook out multiple dishes, and then the fridge is full and you eat lunch and you feel great. And then you go, maybe then you've had an insight and you go back to working on this thing in your business because you suddenly realize, oh, I know how to solve that problem. So you jump back to business and you put your energy into that thing. When I look at the big handful of manifesting generators that I know closely enough to be able to watch multiple aspects of their lives, they will have projects in their personal life as well as in their business life. And some of them, there is just one main part to their business. And so it looks fairly narrow and focused. But that's because they're doing this charity thing over here, and they're on the parents committee at their school, and they're involved in this other thing over here, and they're building out the garden beds like I was talking about, right? So there's lots of things for them to put their energy into, and they don't necessarily recognize or appreciate how many different things they're doing. It just feels normal to them. And it's only when we come in with a different set of eyes that are not manifesting generator, we go, you're doing so many things, but the manifesting generator doesn't see it that way. That is your normal healthy expression as a manifesting generator. And a business and your life construction can look similar to that, or it could look like, I know another manifesting generator who has 3 businesses. In fact, I probably know a couple of manifesting generators quite close who have 2 or 3 businesses that they run all at the same time. And all they do is they switch from this. And then when it's time, they switch to this one. And then when it's time, they switch to this one. And then when it's time to like feed their kids and cook up a whole massive storm, they do that. And then they go back to working on business number 2, all in a single day, right? So back to the question, if you're tired as a manifesting generator, ask yourself some sacral questions, and I'll put a link in the video, the description below, or the comments below about more about sacral sounds and asking yourself yes, no questions. But can you pull back from doing some of the things that you've been working on that aren't aligned for you, that don't feel good for you, that don't feel satisfying? And if you pull back from those, you'll realize, I can hands on my heart guarantee, when you, as a manifesting generator, when you pull your energy back from the things that don't feel good and juicy and satisfying and aligned for you, then you're going to free up energy that you're then going to want to pour into more than one thing, because you have so much energy available to you that you're going to want to do naturally. You're going to want to do more than one thing. And that success that you want, that you think is going to come from just doing one thing, that's somebody else's path. Your success is going to come from you maybe only having one aspect of your business, but having other creative, energetic outlets for all of that energy that you are naturally, inherently designed with. I hope that's helpful. See you soon.